Hello, so in our last video we created the AWS Microsoft directory. So it's now active. The creation is completed. Now we'll proceed ahead with creating the Amazon Workspaces, which is a remote desktop service, desktop as a service provided by the AWS. So I'll go to search and type workspaces. So these workspaces, they are created under a domain. So any machines that I create in the workspace, I need to attach it with an active directory. So these machines are created under this domain. And I'll also show you guys to create an EC2 machine and join that machine into this directory. And instead of using the classical key-based SSH authentication, I will use the kerberos authentication using the active directory credentials of the users that we'll create in the AD. So first, let me quickly create a user in this directory. So first enable the user group management from here. We can also manage this Microsoft AD using a Windows machine by like spinning up a Windows server and installing the Active Directory management tool inside it and joining that machine into this domain. So that's the classical way of doing it, but for the users and groups management, we can do it from the AWS console itself. So this while this is getting enabled, okay, so it's already enabled. So there is only one user administrator. So let me quickly create a single user for myself. So let me name it laza.swesta and a password for myself. Let me quickly generate one and also save this password. And this is event dot address student community day cd dot local. Let's save this and okay, let's first name Plaza, last name Resta, address laza dot aws at gmail.com. Next, okay, next, create user. So to create the workspaces, I'll have to go to the direct Amazon Workspace service, and you can see there are no any directories right now. So I'll just create a directory first. So this directory, the directory is already created. I need to register this directory under the Workspaces service. So that is all that I'm gonna do. So it's asking me what kind of directory workspaces I'm trying to create. Is it a personal or pool? So the difference is like in personal you get a persistent machines. Like if you log out and log in again, all the files that you saved or the state in which you leave the machine, it will be your own personal machine. But in pool, a single machine can be shared by multiple users. So that's the difference. So we are using the AWS directory service. So this directory that we created is also already showing up here. It shows false under the registered status. So we'll register this. So it's asking us which subnet will we be using to create the workspaces. So we'll select the private subnets. So any machines that we create in workspace, and they will be created under these networks. So let the naming is not given here, so I need to check the subnet ID of the private uh, subnet. So let me quickly open that. Okay, subnet. Yeah. So private 1A and private 1B. So private 1A is this one. Okay, so 71C and one private 1B is 712 at the end. 712. So these are two subnets that I'll use, and enable self-service permission. So I'll keep this as false for now because this will allow the users to make changes which I don't want inside the workspace. Only the admin user should be able to do it. So by clicking this, it will enable. I don't want to change the permission by the user themselves. Sorry. Oh, no, no, no. Okay. Oh, no problem. This is for the demo purpose. I just clicked. No worries. That won't be an issue. Okay, so this is getting registered. This might takes. Okay, this is done already. And okay, so personal workspace, got it. So I want to create a workspace. Uh, yes, persistent workspace pool. What will users use for workspace? Let me check web browsing for now. Windows. Okay, I will select Windows. Mm -mm -mm. Or Linux as well. We can do that. Next, next. Does 10. Okay, free tier. Okay, free tier eligible. Auto stop. Okay, next. And it's asking me under which directory you want to create this, under which domain. So we only have one directory. So I'll select this one. And which user should be allowed to use this machine. So I'll select the user that I just created. And encryption, I'll keep this off for now. So create workspace. So creating a new workspace takes around 20 minutes. So I'll get back to you after that. So meanwhile, this workspace is getting created. Let me also create an EC2 machine, a Linux machine. Okay. Uh, Launch instance. Domain joined EC2 server. Let me use Amazon Linux itself, and then yeah, the standard one t3.micro is good. Okay, key pair. Okay, let me create a new key pair. SCD CD key pair. RSA is good. This is the algorithm that it used for the encryption. And it's asking me, okay, let me save this key pair. Okay, so I need to create this EC2 inside our VPC. So this is another VPC that is by default, so I'll change that. And I wanted to use a private 1A. So private 1A, public IP, I don't want to assign it. Security group, create one, that is fine. Or let me check if there is any existing. No, okay, create new one. So this is anywhere, okay. I'll just keep the defaults for now. And yeah, let's launch the instance for now. But one thing is I should have created in public subnet because I just realized that I won't be able to SSH into it unless I have a bastion in the public subnet. So it won't be reachable in the private subnet. Yeah. So I need this subnet to be in public. Otherwise, there's no way I can access it. Or I can use the session manager. But since I want to test the domain join feature, I'll need it to be accessible by my local network, or else I need to set up a separate VPN for it. So that's a different part. So I'll just quickly create a new one. But first, let me terminate this one. Yeah, this is getting terminated. Let me create a new one. Domain join test server. Amazon Linux is good. This is by default okay. And SCD key pair and edit sub AWS SCD VPC and public 1A. Yeah, this is good. Enable and security group, select existing. Okay, create new one. No worries, because this is a different subnet. It will ask for the new one. Okay, launch. Okay, so this instance is created, but it will take some time until it's in this comes to the service. Okay, so the instance is in running state. So let me try to connect this with the public IP address. So I can see my key pair, that is um okay, not here. That is this std key pair.pem. The command is ssh-i. Okay, std key pair.pem, and the user is EC2 user for Amazon Linux, and the IP address. So yes. So yeah, I'm able to log in into this machine. So this is my private key, and the public key is inside the server. So there is a key exchange between my local SSH command and the key that's present inside the server. And once the key pair match, I'm able to log in. So that's the classical SSH based login. So I'm inside the Linux server that we just created. So the IP address is 10.6.131.37, and that's the exact IP I can see on the terminal screen as well. So to check if this domain is in any of the or not, so realm list. So realm command is not found, so I need to install. So I have installed the realm packages, and also allowed this network, this machine, to use the resolver of the Active Directory resolver. So as you can see, the realm discover command is now showing the domain event.ascd.local. So let me join this machine into this domain. So for that, I have a command saved here. So let me copy this, paste, sudo realm join admin add the name of the domain. So that is event.ascd.local, and same here, event.ascd.local. Let me enter. So it's asking for the password for the admin. So let me quickly pause this video and enter. Okay, so I have entered the password, and the machine is successfully joined into this realm. So that means this machine is successfully joined into the domain. Now to enable the password based login, I need to make some changes inside this server in the SSH config file. So let me quickly do that. So let me quick enable the password based authentication. So for that, I need to edit this file. and enable the password authentication. So password authentication is currently no. So let me quickly change it to yes. And the other thing that I need to change is challenge response yes and PAM yes. Use PAM, it's no. So yes. And challenge authentication. Challenge. What was it again? Challenge response. Okay. Response. Okay, there is no any option, so let me keep that as default. Okay, so since this is done, I need to restart this service. Okay, that is done. And then I need to allow this user to log in into this machine. So for that, I need to change the sudoers file to give the permission. So let me quickly do that. So that file is sudo main sudoers file. And at the last, okay, I'm not doing any groups. I'll just allow the admin users. So for that, I'll select this command. So this is allowing all the administrators of this domain. So this is for the another task that I did. Let me change the domain to the one that we are using right now. Event.ascd.local, right? Let me check. Ascd.local, yeah, that's the one. Let me save this. Okay. X sudo vsudo. At the end, let me check. So yeah, you can see the administrators are allowed. Okay, so the domain is wrong. So let me quickly fix that. Ascd.local. Okay. Okay. The same mistake that I did earlier. WQ. Administrator event.ascd.local. Yeah, this is fine. Okay, now since this one is done, um, okay, now let's test and log in. So instead of key-based login, let me try ssh-l admin at event.ascd.local and the IP address of this machine, which is 3.85 public IP. So it's gonna ask for the password. Yes, it's asking for the password, admin password that we set up. Okay, ASCD admin password, Control V, paste, enter. So yeah, as you can see, I'm logged in as admin user. So earlier I was the root user. I logged in as uh, uh, the classical SSH key-based authentication. But now, since this machine is domain joined, I can log in using the password itself and not rely on the SSH key. So any new server that is required, into the network, I can join that machine into the domain and then use the credential that was shared for user to log into this machine. So sudo su, I can log in into the root as well. So let me quickly add the password. Okay. So since this user had all the privileges since I add all the privilege in the sudoers file, it can log in as root as well. So yeah, this is all for the demo today, and we'll see how we can limit the network configuration using the network firewall in our next video using the inside the Amazon workspaces. So I showed the kerberos authentication in this video. Now we'll look into the network configuration and network limitation or the firewall restriction that we can implement in the AWS. So thank you all for today. Mm, Bye.